Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people may not feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine, as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our light shine, we unconsciously give others permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. And that spoke to me in so many ways, because you have this grown giant elephant. This elephant weighs a ton. And this elephant can snap that little rope if he even thought about trying to move. But he is conditioned to not even try. So my question to you today is, what's really holding the elephant back? Is it the rope? No. What's really holding the elephant back is their mind. Because the elephant is fully capable of doing anything it wants to do. Now let's look at your life. Let's look at our lives right now. What is that thing that we're telling ourselves that we can't do, that we're scared to pursue because we may have failed before or got rejected before? What excuses are we holding on to stay stuck in our current situation? See, what I'm starting to realize is that excuses are much like that rope tied in between that elephant's legs. They aren't really real. We just accept them. And then once we accept them, we start using them as a crutch and say, this is why I can't be successful. And I want you to listen really closely. Listen to me very closely. There is nothing stopping you from being successful right now. The only thing holding you back is your mind. I like a quote that says, excuses are the bricks used to build bridges to nowhere. Right? Excuses only satisfy the person giving them. So you gotta look at your excuse, right? I didn't have a father growing up, or I don't have a support system, or whatever your excuse is, and you gotta let that crutch go. A lot of us are comfortable with our excuses. We're comfortable with the fact that, none of my family members have ever graduated from college. So we settle on that excuse. We say, you know what, that's good enough. And that'll be the reason that I don't make it myself. Listen to me, because I'm gonna bring this home for you. We've got to start taking responsibility for our current situations. Many of us are scared to do that, because then you look around like, whoa, there's nobody to blame. It's just me. And I'm here to tell you, it's just you. It's your mind. You're holding yourself back. Guys, at the beginning you heard, our greatest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our greatest fear is not that we have an excuse. Our greatest fear is not that we came from a broken home. Our greatest fear is not that we don't have the privileges that other people have. That's not our greatest fear. Our greatest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. So now that you know, what are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do now that you know that excuses are not real? Your excuses are not valid. Your excuses are not a crutch that you can lean on. If nothing else, I hope that this makes you a little bit uncomfortable with your excuses. Because you got all the tools. As long as you can wake up and breathe, and you got your right mind, and you've got blood running warmly in your veins, and you have no excuse. I challenge you today to look at where you are, to look at where you want to